At the heart of our university lies an incredible community of researchers who blend real-world experience with cutting-edge research.
Together, we are developing world-leading creative and innovative practice. We help communities to navigate challenges, adapt to change, and flourish through creative problem solving.
We understand the significance of cultural identity, social connections, and collaborative efforts in building resilience.
Our research looks to draw on the collective strength of adaptability of communities to build a foundation for a better future.
Arts for the Blues is a creative group psychotherapy model which was developed originally to treat adults with depression, but we're now expanding that model to work with other groups and disorders to create a model that we are now piloting in the NHS. And the key innovation is really trying to make creative modes of health, and particularly mental health, available to the widest number of people possible.
Traditionally, modernism is thought of as a European and American phenomenon. But what we found in our research is there's actually a number of South African writers who are also producing modernist literature, but they're just not as well known because they're doing so from the kind of colonial peripheries or from the margins rather than the metropolitan centres. We're currently working with 16 to 18-year-old learners and their teachers to support them to introduce South African literatures, decolonising and post-colonial theories and methods into the study of English literature.
My research in urban areas focuses on everything from green activism all the way through to urban farming at large scale, how we can produce food right in the heart of our urban environments to feed populations. More recently, my research has focused on creative solutions for bringing greenery into our cities, such as living roofs, green walls, and other innovative practice.
Students who are studying, for example, the English Literature A-level, tend to read literature produced by white, male, European, heterosexual writers. They're not reading or always reading literature in a kind of wider global purview. And this is a problem, not only because students aren't seeing their own experiences reflected in the literature that they read, but also it's important for students to read outside of what they know. Literature's about cultivating empathy, about imagining yourselves in someone else's shoes.
Certain people report very strongly that they're drawn to creative modes of psychotherapy, partly because they may be tired of actually talking about their problems and they find creative methods a different way to kind of get it out of their system.
Green solutions are so important in our cities for a number of reasons, whether it's the climate and biodiversity crises, whether it's mental health crisis that a lot of us have been impacted by, whether it's the need for that connection with nature even on that more basic level as well. And that's why we're seeing more support for this than ever before. Ways of bringing new parks into our cities, ways of generating new allotment spaces in our cities, or more radical solutions such as green roofs right in the heart of our built environments.
With our research, we're really looking to support students with their A-level assessments, to disseminate the findings of University of Salford and AHRC funded research, and really support the efforts to decolonise English studies in the long term.
I think it's important to approach challenges in the world in a creative and innovative way because it feels like it's a kind of language that can talk across those traditional boundaries or divides and really bring people in and form connections that are more intimate and more engaged.
It starts in Salford, a place where ideas are formed that shape the world.